Hi, I'm Steve Hart. I'm senior producer here at Rebellion and working on Sniper Elite V2. So Sniper Elite V2 is all about Carl Fairburn, an Allied sniper. You get dropped into Berlin at the very end of World War II when the Russians and the Germans are battling it out for that final Battle of Berlin. And really, you're asked as the player to weave your way through that battle, taking out or rescuing V2 brains from the Nazi V2 rocket program. So we discourage the player from running and gunning in this game. Really, you want to, as a sniper, you want to play to your strength. So it's about securing a vantage point and keeping a certain distance from your enemies. If you're up against Germans, they're going to be armed with MP40s, which is one of the most accurate weapons in World War II, and you don't want to be mowed down with that. So really, you want to be getting as high as you can and as far away from these guys before you go loud, before they know where you are. We've really worked hard to get a level of realism in there. So we look at the bullet ballistics. So we've got things like bullet drop, we've got windage to calculate. So all these things need to be taken into account to get the best place shot. So the kill cam is the pretty special. It's been in the works for about 14 months now, and really we've been trying to get what we wanted to do was really drill home to the player the results of their actions. Really, what we found during pre-production was this whole voyeuristicness that came with sniping. So looking down a scope at these targets, and you really wanted to, they're talking, mumbling about maybe loved ones or what they had for breakfast, and you kind of don't want that conversation to end. And then you're asked in the game to put a bullet through their head. So we kind of thought, well, wouldn't it be great if we could sort of burrow down into that? What would that do? That sort of player's choice, really, that we've given you. How does that affect us? And yeah, it's quite an unusual experience, really, but works really well. Like I said, it's been in development for a very long time, and just recently got trumped, unfortunately, by Mortal Kombat. But yeah, it's we're really happy with the results of it. So we've looked to support the original fans of the Sniper Elite franchise. We've got a real nasty difficulty curve in this game. So those who are fans of the original are certainly going to be tested again with Sniper Elite V2. But this time around, we've also made it more accessible to the masses. We wanted to get as many people involved in Sniper Elite V2 as possible, of course. So we do have a custom difficulty mode that allows you to turn off and on the elements that you like and don't like. And it also affects the AI and how they act to you, how tight they are working in their squads to flank your position, to distract you, to basically close the distance between you and them in order to take you down. So yeah, there's the difficulty is absolutely there for the fans of the original who are screaming for us not to dumb it down. And it's certainly not dumbed down, but we have made it certainly more accessible to the masses. So I think when we were first tasked with making Sniper Elite V2, we had the opportunity to look at all types of conflicts, all the wars that the world has seen, and really what we kept coming back to was this same 2-week period, to be honest, in World War II, which was quite unique in that it's the end of World War II, so the last bullets really of World War II are being fired, and the first bullets of the Cold War are being fired. So you've got the shift of power from this Nazi regime that then gets quashed in the Battle of Berlin, that we're now placed in as the only ally, the only Allied sniper. We're placed in that environment whilst the Russians are quashing the Nazis. So we're trying to weave our way through this, and we can decide whether we want to shoot the Germans, whether we want to shoot the Russians as we work our way through to tackle each of the missions. But we kept coming back to it. It's by far the most intriguing sort of 2-week period that we could find in any conflict, and it's only that interest is only exaggerated by the brain race that was going on at that time, with the Russians in that area, not only to defeat the Nazis, but also to steal all the R&D that was worked up by the Nazis, paid for by them. There was a lot of valuable equipment there, and as we can see now, the likes of von Braun, who went with the Allies, with the Americans, and essentially started what's now known as NASA. So Sniper Elite V2 is going to be available on PS3, 360 and PC from early May.